Kids coming back in the huddle, throw me the ball, I'm open. Of course, every receiver's going to say they're open. Throw me the ball, throw me the ball. All right? And the line's going to do what they can to support this quarterback. Now, another thing you don't see too often is a quarterback playing defensively. I think Alex was and his dad might agree with me, definitely has a nose for the ball. And he really did a great job defensively. Swarming, every time you watch our films, you always see number 3 around the ball somehow. And it didn't matter if he was one of the smaller guys, he delivered a hit, and it hurt. He used to come to the sideline when I would give him the next play, and I would look at his hand, there was a cut, a little bit of blood, and I'm thinking, oh man, this kid is tough. So with that, our 2010 Tiger Award goes to Alex Micco. It's very fitting that Alex is supporting a Superman belt buckle. He says he's trying for Wonder Woman, but I don't know if we should take that one next. He also has a Batman belt buckle. So that concludes our actual event, the banquet, but one last thank you goes out to our athletic director, Mr. John Miranda. He has he's not only responsible for what goes on athletically in the high school, but he's also the physical education supervisor, and he has a lot on his plate, and we really thank you for everything you do for the program. Thank you. Okay, what we would like to do next is senior gifts. We're giving you senior gifts. Okay. Okay, there are 2 gifts they are going to receive tonight. The first one is a 5x7, I was going to say 8x10, 5x7 picture, compliments of Mr. Barsamian. When he heard about my idea, he did the best that he could to go around and get as many senior action shots or portraits as possible, and he did a great job with that. So, Hero, you're the first one up. I'm just going to show everybody kind of like what the pictures are looking like. Actually, after every person I call, you're going to get the picture. And to go along with that is going to be a book that Mr. Borcher gave to me when I first got the head coaching position back in April. I was down at the track and he told me he had a little gift for me, and I appreciate what he did. And that gift is Vince Lombardi's What It Takes to Be Number One. Okay? And in the back of this, there's also a DVD, an audio of Vince Lombardi giving a little speech, and it's definitely something to hold on to and always turn back to, guys. There's a lot of great quotes in this book to turn to in life. Feeling down, open this book, and you will see how determined this man was. So you're going to get a Vince Lombardi, What It Takes to Be Number One, and a portrait. And starting off here at Kusamoto, number 77. When you guys get a job down the line, you can definitely put this on your wall or on your shelf.
That's where it's going, right? Tito. Look at this. Look at this. This is what you were.
Next up, we have number 31, first-year player, Chaz Taylor. Chaz.
Yeah.
Some of them look like they were ready for the pose, others didn't.
Ready at all times. Ready at all times. Ready.
Okay, next up we have number 69, John Ivanovich.
Oh, yeah.
There he is. He's ready. He's posing up. John Ivanovich is posing for the camera in this picture. Great picture.
Evan. Earn your time.
Next up, number 20, Jeff the Nigerian Nightmare Adebayo. I back, about to take him down.
He's on the prowl. You're right.
Okay, number 5, punter, defensive back, wide receiver, Billy Wiseman. Here he is as a wide receiver running a route pre-game.
Whoa!
Okay, number 14, Scott Yell, defensive back, wide receiver.
He's right. Scotty. Yeah.
Okay.
Do I shake everyone's hand?
Nice. I want to shake everyone's hand. Less risky.
Okay. Next up, we have number 15, wide receiver, defensive back, Ethan Barron. I like this picture because his eyes are very focused on the ball as I teach the receivers. Very focused on the ball coming in. All right.
Focus.
Just gave himself an applause there. That's pretty good.
Dude, he's just ready to get
Next up, number 44, tight end, defensive lineman, Luke Cardonier. Looks like he's about to go take somebody down. Taking a look.
cheap shot.
Right? Cheap.
Just do it. Don't worry, just stay up. What? Don't just what are you doing?
Okay, next we have number 7, running back, linebacker, Tom Borchard. This is another solid shot in him.
I'm ready all times. Ready all times.
Okay, last but not least, number 63, Justin Besselby, O-line, D-line. Ready to doing the pull on a counter or power. There you go.
It's not Doug. I swear this is Doug. It actually is Doug. We should have It's you.
So, seniors, once again, I really hope that that book means something to you. I mean, whether you're into quotes or not, he's definitely a man to follow. So always turn that out, keep it close, bedside. Having trouble falling asleep, reread it. Remember a lot of the stuff that he taught. Okay? What it takes to be number 1. Okay, now we're going to turn it over to some of the seniors.
Look away. All right, can everyone hear me without the mic?
Yeah.
All right, so before we start the coaches' gifts, we'd like to actually give some gifts to our cheerleaders, our senior cheerleaders. If all 4 of them will please come up here. We have something for all you guys. Unless they left. Sweet. All right. Good stuff.
Off to a good start.
All right, it's a great start. All right. So, first coach we're going to start off with is Coach Franco. Hey, you want to come up here? All right. Of course not. No, you just have to stand over, please. All right. So, Coach Franco usually came to practice with a certain attitude, a little grumpy sometimes, which isn't a bad thing when you're a football coach. Not, well, yeah, like a fierce attitude. And always had like a mean look on his face, or something like that, and really showed it to us. So we found a shirt that kind of described the face that was going on.
So, one of the coaches that I became pretty good friends with over the season is my good friend, Coach DeRisi. And everyone could use a little help with the ladies, especially Coach DeRisi. So, we got him a book called The Playbook, and you go through it, there's little plans of action to get the ladies, like the robot.
Okay.
And you know, if you go into the clubs, you know, pick that up and
Appreciate that.
yeah. Oh, and just to get you started on a little workout regimen.
You got some protein. All right, so next coach is Coach Persepi. Wanna come up here? All right, so as you can clearly see, Coach Persepi is an Italian. Clearly. You can clearly see. So, and he's always walking around, stretching, working out, trying to show that he's kind of a tough guy and kind of fit like us. Which, I mean,
Like you special.
yeah, like, okay, sure. So we decided to get him an Italian stallion shirt.
Nuts.
Oh, good. Man.
Which you wear really close with Pauly D.
Well, I took charge for Coach Steve Barsamian's gift. I got him some nice orange soda. 2 different varieties. And I used to always like joke around with him because we found out he loves Kesha. So we got him the 2 CD set with music videos.
All right, so next coach will be Coach Gallagher over there at the end, looking at the orange soda.
And Kesha music.
And if you were paying attention earlier, you'd be able to hear that, and by his tie, you can tell he's a Raiders fan. And if you watch NFL with the Raiders games, you can tell that there's always those people with spiked shoulder pads and looking like nuts and everything. And he's always going to Coach Gargione asking for a pair of shoulder pads so he can make one. And since he was never able to actually get one, we decided to make a pair of his own right here.
See if you can fit it.
They're a little big.
If you loosen it up, you can get it on. There we go. Pull it on.
Oh yeah. Work on that.
All right, good job.
He's been out of football for a while, guys.
All right, next coach is Coach Goldie. Goldsmith. All right, so for this one, if you have seen Coach Goldsmith around the school, you see he's driving around a golf cart every single moment of the day, practically. So we decided to give him a little kit for his golf cart. We got a steering wheel cover. We got him a Nerf gun to shoot people while he's driving around. Silent assassin, and we got some Kool-Aid to sip on while he's cruising around. So, there you go.
So, Coach Riley is a man of many phrases. It seems he has a phrase for almost everything. So I compiled them into a nice little book, and he could add some more when he comes up with them. And I also wrote a nice little personal note because he is my offensive lineman coach, and he does mean a lot to me.
Justin, read one of the phrases.
Oh, okay. So.
I know the first one.
Tone it down, Sean.
Yeah. So the first one, of course, is treat yourself. We got one that we never really got, but hit it hard like George Clinton. And of course, get him chopping.
All right, so obviously, last but not least, we have Coach Gargione. And so, probably most of you don't know, or maybe you've heard, there was a speech that included 2 frogs at the end of our season, right before the Montgomery game.
I think one was deaf, but
Yeah, one was deaf, and one jumped out of the hole, one died in the hole. It summed up, it helped out with our season pretty well, but so we found out that he was obsessed with frogs, and since he's also obsessed with the Phillies, we decided to go to Build-A-Bear against our masculinity and make him a frog with the Phillies on.
yes.
A hat. And then there's this part of it.
So he's also a very big Phillies fan, so I thought I'd get him something for his room that he can hang up. And
Classroom?
Classroom. Yeah. You could always use another sign in classroom. So basically, Phillies fan parking. All others will be thrown out.
Thrown out.
That's it. We're good. All we got.
Across the floor.
Wait, the house in front? You have a hole for the front? Yeah, no, yeah.
Sorry, I'll leave it.
So since Tom didn't use a microphone, I'm not gonna use a microphone.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, but they totally butchered that whole frog story. I won't tell you all now. There actually was a meaning behind it, and I don't know if they got the meaning. But thank you for the gifts. Again, seniors, I hopefully you had a good last year. Considering the situation that we were in. Hopefully you have lasting memories that you can carry through and always look back on as seniors. And hopefully you guys have built other friendships with especially leaders, leading our underclassmen. So that concludes our 2010 football banquet for this evening. And once again, parents, Booster Club, everybody else that helped make this day happen, or this night happen, we really appreciate everything you did, especially with the food setting up. There was a lot that went into it. Thank you very much. Everybody have a good night. And hey, remember, start working out if you're not playing a sport. Tomorrow's next year. Let's go.